I hit the button. Hey y'all, how's it going?
Where are you going on live? I'm still waiting.
Randy, I'm live.
I'm still waiting.
All right. Hey sugar baby. All
Yeah.
right. Can you make me some coffee to drink?
Now how come you go on, but I'm still waiting? I gotta oh, there you are.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I have a hat today. Cause it's Spooktober, y'all. Um How are y'all doing today? Yeah, so moving forward, hopefully for our live streams, I'll send out the email and like the YouTube should be sending out the notification like we starting the broadcast at like 10 minutes prior to the stream actually starting, and then we'll go live on the hour like how we just did, hopefully. Hey Christina, hey Michelle. It gives me an opportunity to actually get the email put together and to get everything sorted. And oh, thank you, Christina. I was feeling kind of witchy today. Really, Daniel got the notification. It does give YouTube like 10 more minutes to hopefully send out the notification. Um, I knew it was a ruse. Hey Gary, I don't know what was a ruse, but you're probably right. Oh no, Kizzy, spooked myself, had the volume up really loud. It is a little bit of a sorting hat, but it's another one of those felt hats that I got when we were in Memphis this past October, for the Memphis Comic and Fantasy Con. But the brim's so floppy, so I just wear it layered with my garden hat, which is perfect, I think. So that's that. Rebel. Hey boop. Yeah, it's October. And Randy and I just got back from camping. Again, that'll be our last weekend camping trip for probably a long time. Because whenever it's just Randy and I camping, we can go during the week. In theory, we haven't actually done that, but so we won't have to be missing any streams or anything. So, oh well, thanks, Pam. I look kind of silly in a bowler hat, I think. I don't know, Randy. Do you like the way I look in a bowler?
I don't know.
I look silly in baseball caps too. I like the way I look in extravagant silly hats. So, hey Katrina. Ooh, Medina said just got my cab beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Daniel says put thick wire in the brim, piece around the edge, one in the middle, and a smaller piece radiating from the head hole to brim. It's if it were a hat that I had made, I would be a lot more inclined to do that, but I don't know, I didn't want to break up the I bet if I just starched it, it'd be fine. Um Now I might have to make you a bowler hat and send it to you. We already have a couple of bowlers. That's Randy's hat of choice actually. Um the weather is phenomenal, you guys. Oh my gosh. And the leaves are just starting to change here, which is really nice. And the camping trip was amazing. We went up to Stockton Lake in, pretty sure it's Missouri. So that's pretty nice. It was really nice that it was only like an hour drive because, like Christina, I absolutely loved camping with you, but that 12-hour trip, that 12-hour drive was kind of rough. So it was next time we go camping together, we might meet a little bit more at a halfway point. I guess holiday preparations start soon. Seems like people are expecting big sales for Etsy and other online sellers. I hope so. I know that for Randy and I gotta go pick that up. Oh gosh, and my big hat's gonna knock everything over. For Randy and I, we're going to be starting our holiday selling on October 30th. We have not updated the website on the calendar. No, the calendar on the website yet. So I need to do that. But we're having our auction on the 30th this month. And then we're gonna be having like
We still need to sit down and look at it.
yeah, we need to figure it out. I don't know if we're going to be doing weekly shop updates with jewelry to sell or if we're going to be, I don't know, but we're going to be pushing it hard because Mama's got bills. Which I mean everybody does, but get that bread, work that hustle, y'all. So and I am gonna say to other folks, if this is your first holiday season to do online sales, it is better to start early. Let people know, because if you start doing your Christmas sales and stuff like the week before Christmas, shipping may not arrive on time, and a lot of people may have already spent their present budget. Beautiful man. Y'all, look at Randy. Hey, can you come show them your shirt, please? Don't sass the squat. Well, there might be people in here who haven't seen it before. If you're in here, I can't get enough of that shirt. And he's gorgeous in it. I love that color on him. Thank you, Randy. What were we talking about? Yeah. He brought me coffee and my brain got wiped clean of any sensible thought. It's such a beautiful day. I'm looking at my window. Autumn colors. What are we talking about? If it's your first Christmas like sales season online, it is like I would recommend to start regularly posting your work now. Like my plan, if I were a person who actually followed my own plans, but what I would recommend to myself and to everybody is get a bunch of your work together, get a ton of pictures,
Just get it all together.
get it all together in one bag. Just stop, Andy, you're distracting me. Beautiful. You good? What you doing? Hey.
Hey.
What you doing?
I'm reading chat. What you doing?
Oh, I'm being ridiculous. Get pictures of all of your stuff. Like, and you're gonna get more stuff made before Christmas probably, but just get a bunch of stuff, pictures taken of it. Like each, like these earrings that I'm putting the backs on right now. I would get pictures of these earrings from like 3 different angles and in like 3 different backgrounds, and just get a bunch of promotional images up and ready and together. And then whether you're a digital day planner kind of person or just making a list in a notebook, or like if you have like a hardbound day planner, and plan out which images you're going to be uploading to your social media, and that way you have an action plan that you can implement, because stuff's going to start feeling really overwhelming, and having that plan to stick to can help you to feel like you're doing your job, you're doing the work that you need to be doing. And whenever it gets to that point in the day where you're like, and all of your hamsters have fallen off of their reels and are just twitching because you were running yourself into the ground because it's the holiday season, and that's what happens, at least to Randy and I every year.
Big Santa hamster who's just
Big Santa hamster. Hoo, 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 and just demolishing things like Godzilla. But yeah, it'll help a whole lot whenever you're into the thick of it, that you've already done that work on the front end, because hopefully I say this, but I don't have any inventory ready. I have these earrings that we made last week and I haven't made diddly since then. Because I'm a professional person. I forget what I was, but yeah, so hopefully that'll help with you guys. Hey, nerd. But yeah, and then you can use that promotional image. Typically it's best if it is also part of your shop update, if you're like doing a shop update to your website or to your Etsy. But it doesn't have to be your shop update promotional images, don't have to be pictures of every single item that's in the shop update, though that is helpful if you're selling through Instagram or Facebook, which is another option. So, and I always have an ethical dilemma this time of year, because like I'm a capitalist in hippies clothing, but it's like I can't stand that Walmart right now has their Christmas shit out. Sorry, my videos aren't for children, but it's like, come on, it's Spooktober. I don't want to see red and green yet. Like, so, but it's so like, just as a business owner, I can't not participate in the rampant consumerism that is Christmas. So there's that. Home Depot too. Yeah, and it's just, I know, I'm with you, Brooke, but at the same time, as a business owner, companies wouldn't be putting out the Christmas crap
So,
if it weren't selling this time of year. So it's like, so people are clearly already prepping up for Christmas. So it's like, get that bread, hustle that hustle. Make sure that you start off 2021 on a financially good foot by marketing the hell out of everything for Christmas. um, so, yeah, so I have a little bit of a dilemma for that every year, but who boy, I sure do like money. So, or at least the theory of it. Andrea says, I have a question about describing each piece for sale. I'm just about to start selling for the first time. Is it really important to talk about dimensions and materials used? It is, but you don't have to make a poem out of it. Like some people are very, very eloquent and like they have this like story around each piece and it's a joy to read. I'm not one of those people. I list it out like an instruction manual. This is the length, these are the stones, this is the metal, this is the warranty, this is the, and just spell it out that way so that it's very clear and concise. Because for a lot of people, especially like for Randy and I, like a lot of the times whenever I'm posting our fused glass cabs up to our website or something, like most of y'all just like go and like jump on it, like a couple of y'all actually must have a timer set because when my shop updates are better than I do, and you go in and swipe them up, and I don't do anything to the description, but it's very, very helpful to the people who it is important to, who are shopping at your site, to have that there. And after a while you can actually have like tag phrases, kind of like for Parawire, the same phrase that I use basically every time I'm describing something with Parawire. I say non-tarnish enameled wire that is safe for most people with metal allergies. So I have that typed up in like a notepad, that whenever I'm like, okay, this one's got that, and I'll just copy the little word bites. Huh? Yeah, the little blurb. And that way, again, just anything that can kind of help you feel from getting overwhelmed. And or you could put together like a fact page, which is something that I need to do. So again, I wish I would take my own advice, you guys. You tell the story of your pieces here on YouTube and your blog. People are already connected with pieces with you. And man, that's a really good point. And that's something that Randy and I are very blessed to be able to have that. And I actually recommend, if y'all like, okay, so I'm actually going to be working on this piece this week if I can get my button under me, but I'm going to be doing some wire wrapping on this piece. And if you got, almost dropped it. If you guys have pieces of jewelry that are super flashy and beautiful, make a video. Like Instagram has like reels or something now. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like a TikTok knockoff, but like I'm like, stop distracting me. I feel like I get dumber every time I watch a TikTok. Don't stop me from watching them. I don't even have a TikTok and I still get exposed to it. But make little video clips. Like if I hate typing. That's why I'm a YouTuber, because I can jibber jabber all day long. But if I have to sit down and actually type an email, I die a little on the inside. And so make some videos of, not necessarily like you don't have to talk in it if you're not the type of person who likes talking. YouTube has all sorts of copyright free music and different things like that in their music library, but you can just do a video like QVC style, even for like $16 on Amazon. They have something called an egg timer tripod that like rotates, and you can take that, put a little display on it with like a little cloth or something, do your piece, and then just get like a 30-second video of it rotating slowly, like however it best showcases the piece, and then link that in the video description, whether it's on your Etsy. You could probably embed it if it's on your own website. But sometimes if an image is like 1,000 words, like a video is like 2.6 billion. Like it can show so much, the dimension and the movement. Sometimes if it's earrings, like the nice like dangle and drape of it can really like check out some different very successful sellers on Instagram. Melissa Wood Jewelry has fantastic, all of her images are like, it feels like she has a marketing team working for her, and they all just look so good. Same goes for like ZD Artisan, Abbey Road Collections, as well as her other page like Le Bohème something another. But like, just look at the people whose work that you admire, like either online or like even like QVC, their sales and display strategies, and emulate that. You know, it's good lighting, steady tripod for videos. Like, um, again, I wish I would take my own advice, but you know, just follow in the footsteps of, you know, the people who were doing it already. So Andrea says, "Yay, time to step out of my comfort zone and just do it." Oh, and I really hope that that's helpful too. I feel like, whoo, super hyper today, so I'm just rambling a bunch. Excuse me? Are you sassing me, Squatch? Huh? Never. Alyssa says, "What makes the best backdrops for photos?" One of my favorite artisans, Jessima's tutorials here on YouTube. She has like polymer clay. She uses a like light box and then some really nice, like a couple of different pieces of like driftwood or crystals or different things that she kind of drapes her pieces on. So but just that kind of format I find very aesthetically pleasing. Oftentimes the driftwood or whatever she's draping on will be kind of plain. Like it's difficult to, you can lose a piece. Like if I did this on a bunch of moss or something, it might get lost because it's a very delicate piece. But what I might do is do something like this, like on a leaf that's like a nice solid green. Whereas a larger piece like this, I feel like could hold up better being like on a bed of moss, like just in my yard. Like typically I use stuff that I have immediately on hand, like a nice piece of wood, the concrete of my front porch, the sidewalk sometimes has really good lighting and angles, and like some evergreen and juniper debris and berries like laying about, and so that'll look pretty cute. Actually, let's go outside real quick. Field trip. I know it's gonna be super blurry, but just bear with me, you guys. I try my best to take care of y'all, but I thought I might show you guys some of my favorite spots. So I'm gonna flip this around. Boop. No, doggies, I don't want you barking at the neighbors. Okay. And yes, that is an electric toothbrush on the ground. So this is my front porch. This is where I take most of my pictures. Typically, if it's late enough in the evening, this will be in the shade. But you might recognize that backdrop. Oftentimes, I'll position it and then just come in and hold my phone. You want to make sure you're not blocking half of your piece with your, you know, and I just use my phone for all my pictures. You can kind of come in, and this looks kind of plain and the lighting's a little harsh. But sometimes I'll still take a picture of it because you can always, especially in this digital age, just not use the picture, you know, and try different angles and stuff. Where's that spot? Ooh, right here's a good one. So here's just kind of in the corner, and you can just practice like a little bit of spacing and stuff and see how that kind of frames it, and it gives it something going around in the background, and there's ants everywhere. But you can get just a nice image that way. And so that's a cute little spot, and like truly that's the corner of my steps. Here's another one. Nice little bit of like a rubbish in the corner there. Like you could actually prop it up on maybe like a twig or something. I don't know, that's a little busy to me. Or even just up here where it's nice and smooth, you can get a shot. Oftentimes I'll use my own hand as a frame of reference for size. And I really like that clear, bright background. And this spot right here in the shade on a very bright and sunny day, I find is a great spot because everything is so well illuminated. You could also come in, here's some overgrowth. Just get it in a little bit of sunlight, boom, picture. And again, in this digital age, you can take pictures of everything. right here. Oh, there was a little grasshopper. Hey, little grasshopper. Hey, doggy. This is a piece of wood that has been rotting in my yard for like 3 years, and I really like it for that little bit of framing, just like that. And this is a rock that I really like, and this is a tree that I really like. Again, you can play off the colors in the background. And so those are just a bunch of different ways. Those are just a bunch of different ways that you can get framing on your pictures. And literally, I didn't buy any of that stuff. That's my yard. So, oh gosh, even with my hat on, I was getting sunburnt. So I hope that that was helpful to you guys. And that way, I don't have to worry about there being fur on it or anything like that, because I've tried to go the Lightbox route. It was so full of fur, it was disgusting. Like, so I hope that that was helpful to you. I'm going to try to catch up on some comments real quick. Vanessa says, is it a good idea to have your hand in the picture? I've taken pictures of my hand is in the picture, and to me, it didn't look good. I don't know. It depends on, like, my nail polish is always rubbish, so there's that. But I also don't have a very professional aesthetic, because I'm not a very professional person. Like, I am not a clean and tidy person. My yard's always got rubbish and shit, just like leaves and stuff. Like, so instead of trying to force myself into, I love people's very tidy, like whenever they have like a piece of jewelry on like a mirror and it's like in a black clothed light box. Oh, that's so sharp. But every time I've tried to do that, to me it looked like almost tacky, because I had like fingerprints on everything and there was dog fur. And I was like, ah. So instead of trying to force myself into something that wasn't coming naturally, I just followed the flow with like, hey, this is a cool stick. I'll put a ring on it and take a picture. And so experiment and find what works for you. But oftentimes,
Well, if you like it, you better put a ring on it.
yeah, you like you should have put a ring on it. I love sticks. But yeah, so, and also, just because you don't like something doesn't mean that other people aren't gonna like it. But I also feel, for me personally, if I don't like it and then somebody criticizes it, I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Like, if I don't have confidence in my work, or like if I don't particularly feel that great about it and then it doesn't perform well and stuff, and I feel like it just compounds. Ugh, it gets me started on that downward spiral. Whereas if I'm like, this is awesome, then like it doesn't matter. Like, so experiment, find what vibes for you and stuff, and kind of just go with that. Phyllis says, could try taking pictures of backdrops, print flat pictures, use them for backdrops. That's a really good idea. And I've actually seen that be executed to a gloss finish, just because glare is the worst. So and then also, whenever I post, like if it's a piece and like this one here, I'll have a couple of artsy fartsy different pictures and stuff, and then I will also have some of it on my gridded out like cutting mat, so that you can see exactly the dimensions and like stuff. Like I'll hold calipers on it or something, so you can having those pictures as like secondary, especially like on Etsy, or if you have your own website, you can put like alternate views and stuff, but you wouldn't necessarily use that maybe for your Instagram promotional image or something. So but yeah, even just like a cluster of pretty gravel with or some autumn leaves. Like, I like to make this stuff seasonal because it keeps all of my work from looking exactly the same. If it evolves through the season of like having some seasonal flowers in the background, even if it's just what's blooming in the yard or in the median between the sidewalk and the street, you can go, you'll look awkward. Like, but who cares? Like, nobody's paying attention anyway. We all have our faces in our phones. But you can go and you can take pictures with that in the background, and just the evolution from maybe like dead nettle and clover in the spring to dandelions in the summer and stuff can help your feed and your promotional images to not all just look like exactly the same. I like having that feeling of evolution in my work. I wanted to start making rings. Do you recommend a plastic mandrel or metal, and which hammer is the best to use? Hey, Debbie. I personally really like my metal mandrel because you can hammer it, and I love this hammer. I got it at Michael's, though I do think there is a link to it on my toolkit links on my wire wrapping page. I like that it has the chasing hammer side and the nylon side, and you can change out, you can get replacement nylon heads for it. That way, if they start to get really messed up and leaving marks, sanding and then using a lighter to like kind of remelt it down can help a little bit. Only do that in a well ventilated area, but after a while you just need a new one. And it's 13 ounces, so you're not having to like, it does good. Though I do also like plastic mandrels because a lot of them have that groove in there, which does make it easier to wire wrap like a bead or something, and it will put less pressure on the bead because our fingers typically have a bit of squish to them, so it's not like, you know, a perfectly round metal mandrel, you know. I couldn't tell you the brand, Penny. This is a very serious hat. I kind of want to try it without the liner hat, just so that you guys can see how it kind of, yeah, see, it goes limp on me. I don't really like that. So it needs its structure. If you like it, then you should have put a hat on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a hat on it. Yeah, I think it needs starched, but it's been sitting in my forge room for like ages. Huh? Yeah, I'm actually going to take my hat off for a bit because I did not realize how warm my head was getting. Flaccid brims are sad. I don't know, Jordan, if starch will hold, but I'm going to try it. I watched a video of you soldering. Have you ever just melted copper scraps? I have, Andrea, but that was whenever I just had my butane torch. I have not tried it since then with like my hothead or any of my hotter torches. It's kind of scary. Like, I don't know, molten metal is intense. Give my hat back. Hey, Yvette. I did not make that hat, Ashiri. I bought it from one of the vendors at Memphis Comic and Fantasy Con this past October, but I think you can find them on Etsy. Like, the store name is like Elope, E-L-O-P-E, I think. Maybe. Quite possibly, Daniel. Which isn't going to sound super lazy, but I feel like doing as absolute little work as possible. So if my hat's being complicated, I'm just going to wear another hat underneath it. Have you thought about making hats like that? I have. And maybe after the next like 5 years. It takes a lot of counter space because you're like wet felting the felt together, and then it also takes a whole lot of wool, and they end up being quite expensive. And I don't know if I may make a couple, but I don't think we'll make it like a product line, is the big thing. Jordan says, tell me everything I've missed the last few weeks. I've been so crazy busy, I've missed out. You should go check out my vlog because that's actually a little bit behind. It functions about a week behind real life, and we kind of keep you up to date a little bit with just mostly my chickens, honestly. But our Glowforge broken. They sent the replacement, so that's sitting there because we haven't opened it yet because I'm a bum. but we need to clear a path to the broken one. And thanks, Hermanus. It's growing back in, and I think I'm finally learning how to style it. I don't know. I can dig it. It's super easy. Like, we've gone camping a lot. Like, these past 6 weeks we've gone camping 3 times. Was it 3? Well, I went backpacking and then camping and then camping. So yeah, this 3 times. And y'all, I needed that. Like, I feel so like good and kind of chunky. I've been eating too much for like a few years. But I'm feeling like energized and ready to like tackle stuff, like body tackle stuff. So I see your subtle fawn makeup. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Kay says I sing that in the background. Right on. Yeah, well, it's the Glowforge did us right by it. They sent us a refurbished unit for free, which I'm like, oh, thank God, because I was not prepared financially for a Glowforge to break. And we've got to very carefully take this one out of the box and then put the broken one in the box and then send it back to them. So, Auntie M says, seen videos of people using glue for pendants on bracelets. Does it work? I've seen folks, yeah, just like how Bev said, E6000 or, well, I broke marker on it, B7000 if you're into off-brand knockoff stuff. But it holds up okay. For me, I snag stuff a lot. So, but yeah, it holds up pretty well. Jordan says, I did see some camping photos. I love reconnecting and grounding with nature. I just got back from Mexico and I was in the mountains. That sounds amazing. I want to see that video, Jordan. Wow. What part of Mexico? Hey, excuse me. I saw you with colorful dreads. You were adorable. Aw, well, thanks. Okay, let's actually get some wire wrapping done today. We will be doing a giveaway at the 1 hour mark. So in like 28 minutes, we'll be doing a giveaway. So go leave a comment on last week's live stream if you'd like to participate in that. And yeah, and then we'll do the drawing and that'll be great. And somebody will win some dud cabs. Judy says, where is Randy? He's playing WoW.
What?
I see you.
You don't know what you're talking
about. I see you. That's WoW. I'll bet money that that's WoW. You're not even pretending anymore. Can you like pretend to work?
What? No.
No, that's fair. He's been out in the woods all weekend and he can play WoW however much he wants.
And I lost my streak.
Oh, Randy. Oh, it's not even henna. It's gold eyeliner. Did you have a blog yesterday? I couldn't find it. I didn't, Kay. We were in the woods and got back and then slept on the couch all day. So, but tomorrow morning the daily vlog starts back up. So hopefully that won't become too much of a habit. Okay, what are we going to work on today? Let's get this camera flipped around and find out. Beep, boop. Now, I did say we were going to work on this guy, didn't we? All right. So we've got these guys ready. I'm going to pop them into my finished drawer. Which this is kind of where I'm just keeping my finished jewelry for now because it keeps the dog hair off, mostly. So there's that. Prepping up for this month's auction on the 30th, hopefully. So that's cool. Let me figure out which end the top's gonna be. So I think, do we have it vertically like this, or do we have it be horizontal? Hey, Randy, do Do you think we should have this big piece be vertical or horizontal?
I don't think vertical.
Me too. We'll do vertical then.
Seems to be a consensus.
Right on. So here I have some 16 gauge aluminum that I'm going to cut off about 12 inches of. And here we have, what is this? It's 18 gauge half round. Let's find something a little bit thinner. What is this? That's 20 gauge, still too thick. I did, Lori. This was gallery wire that I soldered and then soldered and wire wrapped on that little square wire on the back to hold it in. And then you just use like a bezel roller to bring the gallery wire down. And then attached some half Persian 3-in-1 to the edge. That's what the wire is. Just wire wrapping that on. And now we're going to make some fancy stuff for on the bottom. And make like a really extravagant showcase, like possibly wedding piece or something of the sort. Because I would really like to normalize dressing up like an elf and queen, you know, on the regular. Okay. So I am going to be using bare copper. This is from Parawire because I really want to be able to get a nice oxidation and polish this. And I'm pulling off a full arm span twice. Hopefully, maybe in October if I can actually get it done. I don't promise something's going to be in the auction until I've actually finished making it because this has been on my workbench for most of the year. So, okay, and now I'm going to come in. And this is about 10 feet of wire for 12 inches of core wire. So let's see how far that takes us. And this is 16 gauge core wire, but it's aluminum, so it's very, very soft. Oh, doggy, it's so difficult. With no sympathy from anyone ever. And they want to go play in the yard because the neighbor's dog is outside. Which I felt really bad. I think he was kind of like talking to his dog to be friendly, being like, no, that's our neighbor, don't bark at that. Like normally a normal human would have like replied. But I was like, I can't talk to you, I'm live streaming. I didn't say that, but in my head. So I hope he didn't feel ignored. Judy says you have 2 auctions left. You might want to put an extra one in. We'll actually be doing, we don't know yet if we're going to be doing multiple shop updates throughout November or if we're going to be doing an auction every weekend or or both. Randy and I haven't decided yet. We needed to sit down and see how much back stock we have from previous months, which is not much. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Oh, doggy. If I let you outside, do you promise to not make an ass out of yourself? He's like, yes. Alright, let's go. What's in the yard? Okay, I'm actually going to flip this around because it's just being super blurry. And we will do some more Q&A while I get this crap coiled. If I can keep from stepping on and or running over my wire. So, no farting. What? Do you think sunshine cloth would work on tools? I usually use a 10K grit sandpaper to clean any copper off, get a smooth surface again. Yeah, I think that would work. I mean, now, like most any metal that you're polishing, you'll want to get it like really fine before using a polishing cloth. But I don't actually know if sunshine cloth would work on stainless steel or something though. So, okay. So I'm just coiling some wire. Now I know that folks are like, well, you can put that into a drill. This stuff's so soft, and I just like to do it by hand, honestly. I think it's really good kind of zen time, if that makes sense. Ooh. And you gotta be real careful with this aluminum because it's gonna want to bend on you quite a bit. Ooh, it does work on stainless steel. It just needs more oomph behind it when you ride on. Making sure that's not the mailman so the dogs don't attack him. I'm here just doing month-end reporting whilst I listen. Right on, Kelly. It says theater mode, T or default mode. So third option was computers. I don't know how to do any of that crap, so thank you guys for helping. Oh, gotta let those doggies in. Oh, I got him, baby. Come on, put muffins. Oh, slow. Good boy. I can't tell if you're getting fat or if your lump's coming back. Nope, just chunky. Okay. Yeah, I'm in live chat. Okay. Checking to make sure that I'm actually keeping up with comments, which I'm not. Oh boy. Melissa says, I understand dog hair. I have 3 already. Oof. Make sure you're on live and that you're on full screen, not the one that covers the whole screen, but the regular one. I had no idea there was a difference. Coiling, coiling, coiling. Keep that wire coiling, coiling. Do the doggies need a nail trim? Yes. They haven't been to the groomers in ages. They desperately need a nail trim because all they do is lay about. Z also has a detached tendon in one of his back feet, so it doesn't matter how short his nails are, he clicks always. So, Von Flint says Glowforge update. They have sent the refurbished unit after today's live stream. Randy and I are going to be cleaning out the forge room, hopefully, and getting the broken one swapped for the refurbished one and sending the broken one back to them. So, hopefully. Leaf says, I think my comments vanished. Oh no! We'll send him again, Leaf. I saw that one. I've been really bad about keeping up with comments today, so please don't take it personally. We got a kink in the wire. That's okay. We'll make it work. So yeah, I mean, just hecka bunches of coiling. And typically in the past, whenever I've been making like a big batch of pendants that are in this style, Randy would actually coil for me, and he'd get like a whole bunch of things like coiled. Oh my gosh, Vaughn, like Glowforge is taking good care of us so far. Like I'm still bracing myself for something to go wrong, but you know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Debbie says, I just ordered my first Parawire order. Is the silver wire have the sterling silver coating? Do you use a lot of aluminum wire? If it says silver plated, that is coated in silver, but then it also has the non-tarnish enamel on it typically. I don't use a lot of aluminum wire. I use it in all of our chainmail, but for this design in particular, I like this wire, and you'll see why here in a sec. But this is, what is it? On a Wire from like Michaels, I think is the brand of aluminum wire I like to use. It's very, very chewy, like it's like soft. Um, Melissa says, "What does silver filled mean?" Silver filled is where it has a copper core still, but it has a much, much thicker layer of silver over it, like super thicker than just silver plated. So it's like the difference between gold fill and gold plate. Like with the filled, you don't have to worry about that stuff rubbing off unless you like are sanding it down. Um, so at least that is my understanding. So Google it. Rio Grande and Fire Mountain Gems both have really great explanations of metal terms and stuff like that. So, mm-hmm. Mm, that is some good coffee. I was wondering if you're still working on the lamp work. I'd gotten a starter kit like 15 years ago, but kids made it tricky. I'm tempted to pull it out again. Definitely pull it out again, Leaf. If we didn't have so much today on our plate, I was gonna fire my little bead kiln back up and come on, tripod. Oh, I had the bolt tightened. So my station has been sitting there patiently waiting for me to get my life together. And I just, yeah. Like, I know that if I limited myself to just like maybe 3 or 5 crafts, I still probably wouldn't be able to get to all of them. But we're doing like too much stuff. I'm juggling too much stuff, I think. So I haven't worked with polymer clay in ages. I haven't cast resin in ages, it feels like. But we've been focusing really hard on revamping the website since August. We've been doing that. So also an update for if anybody's still over on Patreon, or if you still haven't signed up for our craft along club, we are still doing the double cabs for your first kit. So if you sign up for our craft along club over on our website, your first kit will be doubles. And if we forget to send you doubles, we will send them to you. So Mama Salty, I'm so sorry. Like, she sent us a reminder and that was very helpful. And then I think there was one other person that we just didn't put doubles in their kit for some reason. Oh, it's a neighbor. Oh, Angie, that's gonna be so cool. Never made a figurine 10 inches tall before using polymer clay. Oh, that'll be really cool though. Lost in Thought says, "Oh man, I haven't changed my yet." Be sure to get on that because when 2021 hits, we're not going to be doing the double kits anymore. I just don't think we can keep up with it. Coiling, coiling, coiling. Keep that wire coiling, coiling. But yeah, I just coil a whole bunch and then smush. Perfect. How do you keep your house so clean? That's very sweet that you think it's clean. Well, and I'm looking around. There is literally, like, y'all want to see a chunk of something nasty? We were gone for like 3 days camping. This is just, I just picked this up off my floor. My house is not clean. It is clever lighting, editing, framing, and y'all being merciful. Like, my house is filthy. It's a disaster. Now I have dog fur in my mouth again. But no, it's not. It is cleaner than it used to be, though.
It is clean.
It is clean. Oh God. But no, I also panic dust mop most of the chunks up and then use like a little hand vacuum when I go through and like use the dust mop and then just get it all into a pile and hand vacuum it up. And bottom line is, do you? Yeah. But no, it has been helping to become more organized. That way it's easier to get to the filth. But so right, Bev, she says, "Oh, that giggle from Randy." But just having the drawers and things because I was tired of just not having a place for things because then my piles get crazy super out of hand. because it's like I can't put it away because it doesn't even have a place that it goes. So that has been my first step that I'm still on, is trying to actually get stuff organized. Ishiri says, do you have tips for organizing structurally sound stuff that will actually keep your shit clean? Because I'm gonna coil just a little bit more and then I'm gonna show you real quick some stuff. There are some drawers that I actually just bought in bulk from like US Plastic or something.
They sent you a catalog that's bigger than the Bible.
Yeah, they did, but that was after I'd purchased from them. But because Walmart wasn't even carrying these Sterilite drawers anymore. But these drawers in particular, I go for because they're 12 by 12, so I can fit just about everything crafty in them. They're actually really great for scrapbooking paper and like heavy stuff. But they have these dividers between every drawer because there's a size down where there isn't a divider between the drawers. They just have that like thing in the sides they slide in. And if you put anything, like if you put these bulk spools of wire in, the drawers just collapse when the frame leans. And it's like, I cannot have that. With these drawers, I can actually fill the entire drawer with spools of wire and it'll hold together. Now you can't like pick it up and move it and stuff, but it also, those drawers close completely, which is so nice because if you remember that clump of filth that I picked up, that's not unique. That's my house. That's, oh my gosh, I need like a Roomba who who has hulked out. But these drawers here, see how they're like open at the top? Like filth will just go in there and live and breed and make little filth babies and just so much filthy. And then it's like, what's the point of putting something away if I'm just gonna have to take it out and clean it? This is bullcrap. So I don't like those rainbow carts at all. You can't put a lot of weight into them.
That's a good point.
What's up, baby?
So anyway, you can post some horns for sale on your site. Halloween is coming.
It is. I don't actually know if we have any made.
We don't.
Okay.
But we could.
We could. I would actually recommend to folks to go to Aridani Studios to purchase their horns.
Okay.
Because right now, honey, I don't even think we have any resin for them. You know?
Yeah.
So it's... Whereas Aridani's been in full production for like months trying to gear up for this. And they fall apart or you have to fight to close the rainbow ones. Yep. And I lost a bunch of product because I had some like leather cord and stuff. And this is gonna, okay, pet owner problems. But we had one of these and it had, I had my leather working stuff in it and we were gone for like a week. And Sam panic pees, like and he just peed all in the bottom 3 drawers and I had to throw away all of that leather. And I was just like, oh. So you'll notice a lot of my stuff, like that's everything that's in there is bagged up in a way that if it were to get accidented on, because fortunately Sam doesn't do it a lot, but that's what you get for having a wild animal living in your house, basically. But just about everything that we have is up above my knee level. That way my dog can't pee in it. Because I'm like, this is disgusting, Sam. Why do you do this? And he was like, to spite you, mother. And I was like, well, that makes sense. You're doing great. Keep it up. So, but TMI, but that's the reality of being a pet owner, I think. Like, Ember's getting old. So we have like tarps of puppy pads around her litter box. So, I understand the fur problem. We constantly have to vacuum. Yep. And so I'm very, very careful to make sure that any crafting product or anything that we have is up high enough that it's not getting filthy. It's not getting yucked in. It's not having house plants leak into it. That was another thing that I found out about is I was accidentally watering some of my inventory. Yeah, Leaf, that's basically how it goes. Which I'm like, that's just gonna be me when I'm old, so I need to be nice to my pets when they're messing, because one day I'm gonna be old and messing. Do you know a good way to get musty smell out of leather? I tried vinegar and now I have leather that smells like mildew and vinegar. If it has a super musty smell, I recommend like using a bit of a saddle soap or something. With a lot of, I use tea tree oil and lavender. Um, I like calling it lavender leather balm. It's Aussie wax basically, which I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but I get it from Tandy Leather, and I put a whole bunch of just straight lavender essential oil into it, mix it up, and then I buff that into the leather, and it conditions it, it permeates it. You can also use like a very high, like 70% or higher concentration rubbing alcohol. I spray that on the inside of the leather. That way, if there's like a finish or a stain or something on it, it's not going to leave spots or something. But I just mist that on the inside of the leather and let it dry out. The alcohol penetrates, and then as it evaporates, it really dries it out. Now that can cause some problems on like old vegetable tanned leather, so I'd always recommend to go the route of just using some Aussie wax or like conditioning or something, not too much. Like you don't want it super duper saturated, but that can help. Um, Hopefully. So, and also if anybody else has any, baking soda can leave residues and stuff, and like if you get it wet and scrub it in or something, like I would use maybe silica gel packets, put them inside with it. Like what kind of leather piece are you working with, like something in like a purse or something? Like I'd put a bunch of silica gel packets in it and then close it up in like a bag, um like a freezer bag, and that way again, so it'll pull that moisture out, because that's going to be whatever's that mildewy smell is probably from something that maybe it was in a damp place, or it was in a damp place at the time. But I've had problems with baking soda just always having forevermore splotchy baking soda texture and stuff on it. So, um, hmm. Okay, so we have, and I cut off about a foot or two of the wire, but this should be enough. We've got 2 inches of uncoiled wire on each end. Let's get this flipped around. That says tea tree oil can be poisonous to cats, by the way. That's really good to know. Like just for smelling or for like... Okay, so I have found the center of our wire. Ah, it's actually a veg tanned pre-dyed half hide. Okay, I'd flip the hide over, skin side down, like I'd have the flesh side, the rough textured side facing up, and I'd mist the whole thing with rubbing alcohol, let it dry for a couple of days, and then I'd flip it over and just condition it with some, uh, what you call it? Either plain Aussie wax or Aussie wax with some lavender oil in it. I really like the lavender because it's just, I like it. Okay, so we've done a nice little bend, and I'm going to make sure the bend is nice from both sides. Yeah, for sure. And spot check too. Right on. Well, I'm glad you like it, Anne. I'm all sorts of chatty. Okay, and I'm going to be using my big mandrel. And gotcha, nerd. I'm in Arizona. It wouldn't take even a half day to dry fully. Well, that's really nice. So bring this around and just making a nice little like leaf shape. And whoops, grabbing my thin mandrel, using the thickest part of my thin mandrel now. Now I can't make it symmetrical right there. There's always going to be a cross point, but from here I can make sure that I'm doing my coils around the correct spot. So I got our training bend there, and now I'm gonna feed this through that center and start pulling through, put the mandrel back in. Sometimes if your fingers just don't want to hold it, get your pliers in there. Okay, so now from here, I have this positioned. Do that first little bit of a bend. I'm going to feed this one through. Still just holding my mandrel in place, grabbing that wire and pulling, then bringing off into the opposite direction. Now this is going to look really kind of like three-dimensional. We'll take care of that in just a sec. So we can take this and kind of squish and twist things around. Make sure they're nice and side by side. Nice, she says, as she sits in not 100-degree weather. Yeah, that's true. I've been to Arizona twice, and both times I got nosebleeds so bad from the dry weather. I am not cut out for that climate. Okay, feeding that through from the back side. And this is why I really like this aluminum wire, is because it is so soft that you really can just kind of squish and scrunch it and smush it to where you want it to be. Okay, and now we're going to do another one of our itsy bitsy spirals, and I want it to be about right there, so I'm going to hold right there and twist around. Just a moment. Excuse me. Woo. And so now we're going to do that same thing. Again, I want it right there. Not corona, just allergies. And sometimes you can get a little bit of spread on your wire and you don't want that. So you can just open it up a bit and, gosh, my eyes are itchy now. Thank you, guys. Nerd says, I was back in Missouri a couple months ago. I lost 5 pounds in a J's just from sweating so much. I admit I don't envy you. The humidity is nothing here in Missouri compared to Tennessee and Alabama where we used to live. Like, it's like 90% of the humidity, just like all the time. But it's, you know, pollen, not plague. That's a good way of putting it. Okay, so I tried my best to make it even, but we see how well that worked out. So now I'm going to come in here and just try to snip one of those little wires. So I'll just pull that off the end, just like that. Smush that down, just like that. And now we'll do a nice little snip about that far. Yeah, how has nobody done, well, they probably have, but a filk cover of the song Joanna from the Sweeney Todd, like, movie? Joanna, but with, like, Corona. Melissa says, I'm in Louisiana and the humidity is ridiculous. Yeah. Damp. But the wildlife, though, oh my gosh. Okay, so there we have some nice little, like, twisty stuff, and fodump. I don't have my regular nylon gel pliers, but I am going to use these nylon gel bracelet pliers to smush the heck. You know, watch this. Smushed. And then bring that in. I actually like these a little bit better than my regular nylon gel for smushing. Smush, because it gives it such a nice, like, that little bit of shape there. Love it. And then we can straighten it back out a little bit. But I'm going to have this be attached to, and see what I was thinking, if I did it horizontally, I could do it like that. Do you see, Randy?
But if you did that on the other side too, you could still do it vertically.
I could, but I don't know. I kind of really like it horizontal.
I don't know. Really artisty.
Barely. Ooh, Randy! We're going to do vertical, a little towards the top, offset. And I'm going to mirror it on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Do you see?
Yep.
Yeah, are you looking? I don't trust you.
Not too bad.
Prove it. Randy?
How am I going to prove
it? Victoria says, my second box arrived. Thank you. I love it. Oh, excellent, Victoria. I'm so glad.
Exactly what I told you to do, only you shifted it up the cap a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at what I took credit for thinking of.
So, is that a way of proving it?
No. You're a wizard with mind tricks. Yeah, I'm going to do that one on that side and then that one on that side. I bet my forehead's big enough. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm blessed with a 5 head. Like, this shit goes on for age. Actually, it's not so bad. I cut my hair, clearly. And sorry, it's shorter than it used to be. But my hairline is coming back, y'all. I never thought that, like, just shaving off all my hair and starting again would, like, reestablish my hairline. But from years of wearing a bun too tight, who'd have thunk it? But I'm blessed with one of those 5 heads that goes on for days and days. Wow, and it just sticks, doesn't it? Well, this is a thing. Who needs spirit gum?
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Don't act like you're not impressed, he says. So I'm thinking. Corona. Now I'd have my hair done differently probably, but with this on either side and possibly a drop or something coming down. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm excited all over again, you guys. What happened to my hair? There we go. But so now it has Von Sweat and Von Snot on it. Nuh-uh. I didn't sneeze on it. I sneezed like into the room. Right, Leaf? Just finished putting left front brakes with help of my blind husband. What are we doing today? How was camping trip? Hey, Teresa. Well, I hope that went well for y'all. The camping trip was amazing. We went to Stockton Lake. Oh, but I guess Stockton, Missouri. It's by there. I think it's not technically in the same town, but gosh, it was beautiful. I want to go back. Caroline will come back now because there's no weight pulling the hair down and out. Yay! All you need to do is put a drop of blood on it and you can make a fortune. Well, it's not made yet, so hopefully I won't bleed too much. But yeah, so now that this has been wrapped together, it's still kind of delicate, but as we work with it, get everything stitched together, it'll be good, I think. Very cool. Okay, y'all ready for a giveaway? Are you ready? So, before we do a giveaway, today's live stream is sponsored by y'all and our Craft Along Club. So, we don't take sponsors. We're not professional enough, but we do have y'all, and y'all really genuinely do make what Randy and I do possible. So if you guys want to support our channel or participate in what we're doing and get our like cab boxes and stuff, you can join our Craft Along Club for as little as $12 a year. That's $1 a month. It gives you access to our Saturday exclusive streams, all sorts of behind the scenes content, the Craft Along blog, just stuff that you just don't get on, like, we don't post it on Instagram or on Facebook or anything like that. So And then we also have our coloring book pages for like if you want to become one of our $5 supporters. Yeah, for sure, Kelly. And it's just a monthly subscription. It's basically what we were doing on Patreon, but now Randy and I do it on our own website, and you have full control over if you don't want charged on the first, like, which is how Patreon does it. Whatever day you sign up on is the day that you get charged on. So you have complete control over your budget. Yeah. But that goes a super duper long way in just making what Randy and I do possible, and to not have to take sponsors. And we're trying really hard to figure out how to have less ads in our videos, but apparently YouTube's just been putting in mid-roll ads. So, and I don't quite have the heart yet to go through 800 videos. That's not including all of our live streams and mess with all the ads. So, Jennifer says, I signed up for the club on the $1 rate so that I got the live links. As a long-term unemployed Brit, I can't afford the higher value memberships. Right on. Well, and also we do that, the giveaway too. And because it's not on Patreon, we're going to start doing giveaways in our Saturday streams again. So that doubles your odds of being able to win some of our giveaway stuff. So hopefully we'll still be able to get cabs out to you.
Well, it sure would be a shame if someone were to tell me about that.
Oh, did we not talk about that? We talked about it like...
No, I'm talking about how the person who kind of bullied you into stopping.
Yeah, like someone harassed Randy and I through our emails and was like, it sure would be a shame if somebody told Patreon. And I was like, sure it'd be the same if somebody was a jerk. Like, that's not the word I used, but... Right on. Also, not to get derailed from my commercial. Oh, that was years ago, Penny. That was like, that's when we stopped doing our fairy house giveaways every month. And because they wouldn't take, just like, okay, well, thanks for letting me know. So I was like, I'm gonna keep doing it till Patreon tells me to stop. And they were like, it sure would be a shame. And I was like, ugh. Yep, exactly, Kelly. But Randy and I are gonna be doing it in our live streams, and as far as I'm aware, nobody can stop us. Anarchy! Anarchy! To continue our commercial, we also do a newsletter now that you don't have to pay anything at all. You can go to our website, sign up for our newsletter, and you will get emails sent directly to the email of your choice with live stream notifications, shop updates, our craft along blog newsletter that has our featured artisan in it, which leads us into our segue for the next thing. If you are interested in having your work featured, like if you follow along with our tutorials or use some of our cabs, send us a high quality image to backtoothcreations@yahoo.com with links to wherever you would like for us to send people to, whether it's your social media or your Etsy or your website, as well as a short artisan bio so we can introduce you to everybody on our newsletter. Yeah, just send that. And we're not able to feature everybody so far because we've gotten so many, such an influx of people being like, hey, feature me. But I'm going to we'll try to get to you. But yeah, just sort of send us that email with that info and keep an eye on our newsletter because currently we have over 500 people signed up for our newsletter. So that's, we figured it's a great way to help kind of feature some of y'all, and especially those of y'all who are just starting out. Presumably a lot of the people who are signed up for our newsletter are interested in crafty things. It doesn't have to be wire wrapping. It could be leather. It could be chainmail. It could be, I don't know, send it. See if it gets featured. Like, I'll be just as surprised as you at what gets featured because I'm not always paying attention to this. Flamethrowers are allowed. Oh, no. And y'all, I'm not the kind of person to name names on if somebody's rude to me and stuff. It's like, clearly they've got enough problems of their own. I don't condone witch hunts. Y'all be nice to each other. It's a cruel world out there. Okay, so I think, Randy, was that all the commercial stuff I'm supposed to say?
Dude, you don't ever read anything about me. I don't know.
Okay, cool. I think it's giveaway time. You ready for the for the giveaway? Hey, pumpkin. look at them pumpkins. Wee! I can't stop. Well, I could, but I don't want to. What are we giving away today?
I don't know.
How did you get your screen to be black?
It's nighttime mode.
Y'all, okay, so while camping, I got stung by a wasp there, and like all of
You
them.
got stung by a wasp over here. I don't know what got you here.
I thought it was the wasp too. Oh.
Well,
that was the first night, and it sucked. And I was like, rude. Let me go figure out what we're giving away, boss. You want to talk to these nice people?
So far, 70 people have signed up.
Woo!
I'm refreshing it up to 82. So it's doing well.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh?
People are giving you remedies for how to.
Oh, it was just a little wasp. It was mostly like
tiny,
a half inch.
tiny little thing.
But
yeah, it was a black little wasp.
Stung me bunches, and I was like, "You're an asshole. Why would you have done this?"
Pretty much.
Like, I did not put you in my jacket because it got stuck between my fleece and my neck. Okay, so today we are giving away 4 dud cabs.
What are we doing?
Giving away dud cabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones? 6 foot apart.
No, I just have like dog hair in my lungs. Excuse me. Okay.
You sign up for the giveaways by commenting on last week's live stream.
Which, let's share that link one more time for
Daniel just did.
Daniel just shared the link again. Thank you, Daniel. You will click that link and it takes you to last week's live stream. And if you comment literally anything, like actually I saw something really cool on Instagram today that I think I'm gonna like steal, and that is leave a comment that is a question that I can answer yes or no to, and I'll go through and just real quick be like, reply to y'all's comments. So for your comment, do a yes or no question, and
is that what we're gonna start doing?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, and I might answer them in more depth in my vlog. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not, but we'll see. You just put those in my monthly shipment. Oh, lavender. Okay, so this is one of them. What kind of doesn't matter. I mean, if it's like super naughty, like let's be reasonable, guys. I'll probably answer. But no, just like be reasonable. I don't know. Like I'm not a picky person, so. This one's a blue sparkly, but they're duds because they just have a little bit of stuff in them. There's a really pretty green one. There's another pretty green one. And there's another pretty green one. So that's what we're giving away today. Are y'all ready? You're still playing well?
Yeah.
Have you won yet?
No. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, let's do this.
Are you ready?
I've been waiting on
Yes,
this.
sassy.
All right, we went from 82 to 89.
Ooh, okay, we're doing it. Okay, the way that we do the giveaways is we go to commentpicker.com/YouTube, put in the link of the video that y'all commented on.
Last week's video.
And
in YouTube comments, we filter out duplicate users.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter how many times you comment, as long as you commented once, you're in there. Ready?
Yeah. He clicked it. Yeah. Oh. Katie Shearer. I live in California and it is illegal to cut down an oak tree unless it is sick. Oh, they're beautiful trees. If you ever come to California, you should go see the great giant sequoias at Sequoia National Forest. There is nothing like standing next to one. You feel like an ant.
Oh, sure.
Well, Katie, you're a winner chicken dinner, and I really want to go see those big old trees, like super hard. So if you could send us an email to backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com with where you would like for us to ship your dud box to, let us know, and we'll get that shipped to you right away. So congratulations. Now I'm gonna go look at all of the comments from the video and answer them live. Whoops.
Well, okay.
What?
To get your name in the hat, you have to wait until the live stream is over and then comment.
Yeah, but I was gonna look at
Otherwise
last week's comment.
Oh, I see.
Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Gonna rough stuff. Okay. Y'all ready? I don't know if I'm ready. What varnish would you use on polymer clay? I really like Mod Podge Hard Coat. It's a little bit more expensive, but it doesn't have a chemical smell. It's really nice. I like it. Varathane works really well. The smell of Varathane gets to me though, but man, it does make a really nice shine. Okay. How do I find last week's video?
Follow Daniel's link.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. Okay. Open a new tab. Y'all ready? I hope somebody commented or something, because that way I can. Okay. Sort by newest. Ready. Is there a way to send photos to you? Yes, you can email them to me. backtoothcreations@yahoo.com. I'm a new fan of yours. You're such a nice person. I love you. Oh, Sopa!
That's not a question.
Are you the dragon queen? Yes. Maybe. By dragons, if you mean chickens, then yes. What to make these for myself? Ooh, right on. Do what, love?
A mother of dragons.
And a mother of chickens. Crafting day. Oh. Well, that was all of them so far. Well, okay, so we're done with that. Heaven says Mod Podge reacts with polymer clay. Their hard coat has worked out really well for me. Now that I've been using Primo Sculpey and Sculpey 3 is what I have used with it. But like the fairy house that I had done earlier in the year, I did like 5 or 6 layers of Mod Podge hard coat. So it may depend on the product, like on the specific type of Mod Podge, and it may depend on the specific type of clay. As always, bake it and then do like a test piece and kind of see. Sorry, I was still looking at last week's comments. I use polyacrylic, not a stinky, but works great. Right on. Yes. The outdoor and the hard coat I use almost interchangeably. Right on, Michelle. Should be on Amazon too, I think, right? The Mod Podge hard coat. Oh, I'm gonna take my shoes off. I'm gonna get this tripod shifted around so that I can put this over so I can read comments. Herpin a derp derp, herpin a derp derp, herpin a derp derp, herpin a derp.
Does it get sticky over time?
It has not for me, Heavens, but again, that's been my experience, so. Just wondering, I'm thinking of making a fairy in a mold with Sculpey. Can I pour resin over the clay to make wings? Baked clay, yeah. It's getting someone to ship it to you. Gotcha. What's that smell? Valkyrie Vaughn. Oh, goodness. Is there in the future going to be an option to pay through PayPal on your website? Currently we have not been able to get PayPal to work with our inventory structure. So like we had it activated to where people could pay with PayPal, but having like our cabs and stuff up, and it wouldn't, like somebody would purchase one of the cabs, but it wouldn't remove it from the inventory, which is a huge problem because we only have like one of each item. So hopefully we would love to be able to take PayPal, but currently that's not an option. Now we do our subscription service through PayPal because there's no inventory for that. So bye Phyllis, thanks for hanging out. Okay, so I'm going to pull off another 12 inches. I'm gonna put all of these back just to clear up my station a little bit. My dad used to say, one toy out, one toy up. And I was never very good at that. Well, hey, Briggs, how's it going? Okay, so there's one arm span. Ouch. Oh, I just punched the heck out of my tripod. I'm so sorry. And there's 2 arm spans. And this is of 28 gauge bare copper wire. Okay. So there's 20 coils real quick and smush. Pisces love that gauge until it breaks. Yeah, isn't that about how it goes though? I've actually, personally had more trouble with 24 gauge breaking on me than a 28 gauge. Though, I don't know, sometimes if I tug too hard on the 28 gauge, it'll snap on me. Tug it hard. Oh, well, I'm glad you were able to pop by and hang out, Scott. Well, thank you so much, Anne. And we were kind of really dropping the ball in September. Did not realize how busy all those camping trips were to make us. So moving forward, we will not be missing the Saturday streams and different things. But September was, 1 month out of the year. We just got to go get lost in the woods. And September's weather was just perfect for that. So just getting those coils coiled. Ooh, there's the mailman. Making some coil. Hey, Mary, how's it going? We did not. I'm so sorry. We slept on the couch, Mary Hart. I can't believe I slept through your wedding. Oh my God. Randy.
Oh, that was.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Mary Hart.
Well, I feel bad.
I feel terrible. We had every intention of going. And then we went upstairs at like noon and slept until like 9. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is why no one wants to be friends with us. We're like the worst friends on the planet. Oh my gosh, please do not apologize. Lapin, like, thank you so much for your generosity. Please don't ever apologize, like, at all. Like, even all y'all who are like here and like if you're like, I don't have the budget to pledge, or I don't feel like pledging, or don't apologize. You're here spending your time with us. Like, y'all are, just by being here, are making what we do possible. So Randy and I can't thank you guys enough. So please do not apologize. Oh, right on. Pi says, I have that coiling tool, but found that your way works faster and better. Thanks. Right on. Well, I think it's I do like the coiling tool, especially when working with like heavier gauges. Absolutely love it. But I think it's a really good idea to have good technique for just with your hands, because it's not always a good like hand position, or on your project it might not be possible to use a drill or a coiling tool. 100. Can we play the swirly over the head game, Vaughn, please? If we get to that point. Right now, there's not enough weight on this wire to get it to spin. Though that is my favorite game. Well, it's the school bus just dropped off, so he's losing his darn mind.
But he can still not.
Yeah, that's true. Coil, 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 coil. And smush. I still have a box of glass scraps. Oh my gosh, but it's all 90 COE. Do you still want it, or should I just send it? Dude, yeah, we work with both 90 and 96 COE.
We predominantly use 96. So.
Yeah, well, it's because it's less expensive. But I really like 90, and honestly, Randy, I haven't had nearly the problems with the 90 COE being scuzzy the way that I have with the 96.
True.
So.
But the sheer amount of difference then that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we run it how many times at 90 versus how many times at 96?
That's true. More data is required. Speaking of which, I could use for you to clean molds today.
Okay.
I know you've already had your shower, but...
Well, that's the fancy thing about being an adult. I can have another.
Ooh! Scott says, wish I could show you the dragon eyes that I made. Aw. You can send me an email to backearthcreations@yahoo.com. And if you're interested in having your work featured as well, you can send like links to, like, if you have like a shop or anything, or a Facebook page for your work, and a short bio, you can tag that as well. I love seeing what y'all do. Yes, I've stopped using Discord almost entirely because, well, I just accept friend requests from just about everybody. And we had it like open to everybody on the Discord. And I started getting some unsolicited duck pictures of not like quack quack ducks. And I'm like, I'm happy for you that you have this body part. But so I don't get on Discord anymore, but I do still accept emails from people. Just because I kind of have to. Like, I can't just be an internet person who's like, how do we send you messages, Vaughn? You don't. Like, so, yeah. No, and this happened quite a bit over on the... That's why I stopped using Facebook Messenger. That's why I stopped using Instagram. Like, direct messages over on Instagram. I just don't check them anymore. Katrina says, yeah, 90 is what I use, and I've had no scuzzy issues. I'm moving in November, so hopefully that will force me to stop procrastinating. Ooh, right on. Well, hopefully, congratulations on the move. I know that moving can be, like, super stressful, but also very, very exciting. And there's the mailman. Hey guys, it's okay. He's not even there anymore. He already left. Gosh, that guy's getting stealthy though, I tell you what. Ooh, we're getting so close, you guys. Coiling, coiling, coiling. Keep that fire coiling, coiling. Katrina says, thanks, I'm using the biggest bedroom to be my crafting glass studio. Oh, that'll be so nice. Bye, Josephine. Thanks for hanging out. Riveting entertainment today, I know. Do what? No, that's okay.
You sure?
Yep.
It's not much for trouble.
You quit that right now, Randy. Stop it, get help. Okay, well, apparently my arms got shorter because this doesn't seem as long as the last one. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's long enough for some. Woo! We got an over the head party going. Oh, for like 3 rotations. There we go. Okay, hopefully this is long enough. Okay, so now is the tricky part. If I had known what I was doing, I would have done both of these at the same time. But now we get to try to replicate this on the other side, but mirror imaged. So, oops. Oh, y'all, okay, I gotta tell you. Can I flip this around? I made fire this weekend. Like, for the very first time ever, I made fire with not a lighter. Ooch, and sorry, I'm falling over. I'm so excited. I made fire with a magnesium rod and a knife, and it took like an hour, and it was so hard because I'm a dork and did not get enough of a nest together. I know this is completely not craft relating, but like I'm in my heart, I want to grow up to be a bush crafter. But I didn't have enough of like, and it wasn't a very good material for it, truly. It was like the little like tufty parts of like the tops of like grass seeds that were, it was dry though. But I kept using like little clusters, and then Randy helped me and got like a whole bunch together, and I made fire. Yeah, he woke up from his hammock break. He took a nap in the hammock, and everybody else was asleep except for me and my friend Catherine, and she was watching me just brutalize my thumb and like just trying so hard. I can get sparks, but it would not light. And then I finally got it to light because Randy brought me in a big enough nest, and then I set it on fire, and I was so proud. But yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all. Okay, back to work. Ah, right on, Lappin. Well, I hope you've been enjoying yourself. But yeah, so maybe we'll have some. But yeah, this hurts on my thumb, like it's all kinds of screwed up, but that's okay. Okay, so we're gonna start with the bent nose pliers coming in at the halfway mark. 2, 5. Okay, gripping it there. Because I'm thinking we might all have to get together for campcraft along is not a thing, but camping is, and there's no reason why we couldn't all just go camp at the same campground. Milk pods popped open, make a nice nest for starting fire. Right on. I don't know if we have those in this area. But I bet they would. Yes, camping, says Michelle. Definitely. Because it's, I don't know, I'm way more inclined to deal with like cold weather camping problems than mosquitoes and being sweaty. Like, those are the worst. Yvonne the survivalist. I don't know if I'd call it that. Though I do, not gonna lie, you guys, I carry about 3 months of rations on my body at all times. But though I do start to have like mental breakdowns if I go more than 3 hours without eating. Right on, Daniel. Fall camping for sure. Okay, so the key here to getting this to be mirror imaged is to just not have that cross going in the same direction. So now, excuse me, if it says if you camp near a hotel, I'll be there. Right on. What if it's a place that has rental cabins? Because like Stockton Lake is like an hour from here, and they had like rental cabins, which I'm not gonna lie, I thought was pretty cool. we've done the dryer sheet trick. It's just Randy. I don't mind them as much. I wear like thick clothes and just sit there and be sweat. But Randy swells up like crazy, and we've covered him in like the deep 100 deep woods or whatever, and he still gets bit by mosquitoes. So this is life. And it's not even just the mosquitoes, it's like bees and stuff coming up into your food, and it's like I know we're in their house, but yeah. Okay. So wrapping around that, and now what do we do next? Okay, so now we curl through the front. Is that what we do? Let's flip it over. There we go. Yes, okay. And again, this is 16 gauge on the wire, aluminum wire. Oops. My cousin's allergic to mosquitoes too. He's pasty though. Yeah. Do you recommend any other hammers to get besides the interchangeable one? A ball peen hammer, like a jeweler's ball peen, is really nice for texturing. We do, always. Kay says, love me some indoor plumbing. Yeah, and a lot of Randy and I like walk-in primitive sites, but we do like to be able to have, at least within a mile of us, like flushing toilets and like a shower. That's really nice. And most of the state parks and stuff have amenities like that. Like, I feel like a lot of people have terrible experiences camping, and I feel like there are ways around that. Like, and I want to kind of do some videos over on the vlog of how to have a good time camping, even if it's your first time camping, and even if you're like my dad was in a wheelchair, but it lived at a campground. So there are things that he does or did, and that helped make things accessible. And oftentimes, any kind of state or national park is going to have much better amenities and things. Oops. Colleen says it always rains when I camp. Same. Hey, Carol, how's it going? What's that laugh, babe?
Oh, just remembering one of the 2 times I woke up.
And it was raining?
Well, one time I woke up and said, rain, and then went back to sleep.
Yeah.
The other time I woke up and said, you!
I don't think they can hear you, honey.
That's fine. I'll leave it to you to tell the story.
I'm not gonna. You can tell it over on my vlog. You can shame me publicly over there for stealing your pillow. Always had tents and a camper, or with people that had one. Right on of it. I know how to make camping fun for any pretty girl. Getting old. I don't want to fall into my poop hole. Gotcha, Kay. Okay. Did I do this right? Like, seriously. Come on, Vaughn. Yeah, ish. I did it correct-ish. Oh, vanilla cream cookies. Yes! You'll be selling this piece, or are you gonna keep it? Probably sell it. I like money more than I like jewelry. Or rather, I need money more than I need jewelry, so welcome to capitalism. But I am probably gonna do some photo shoots and stuff in it, though. And then put it up for auction in October. Because I want to do like a druid costume and makeup and stuff, and slap on some elf ears and go with this thing on my head. Logic to mine, come like big bubbles on top. Ooh, goodness, Carol. Sherry says, I call dibs. Y'all are gonna have to fight it out with your slapping each other with cash over in the auction. Black Friday style. Okay, so there's that side. The most difficult thing I found about this aluminum wire is it dents really easily. Like, I'm not even squeezing that hard. And it leaves little dents. So, oof. Ouch. Keep whacking the tripod. But no, Randy and I like to glamp. And now that we don't have a van, glamping has... Yes, it is significantly more difficult to glamp. Okay, and now that I'm going to be doing the smushing, I want to make sure it's going in the same direction. And grip and smush. And then we're going to grip it and smush. Oh, that's all kinds of crooked. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm going to use these pliers, I think. Oh, Nightbot's like, to see what we have for sale. We don't have anything for sale right now. Oopsie. Okay. Getting that bent around. Okay, and I made this just a little too long on the loops. So the way that I'm going to fix that is we actually open it up just a little bit. And I'm going to get in here and snip. Get in there and snip. There we go. And now we can shorten those up just a little bit because we do want the spirals to be the same size on both sides. No! The dreaded plier slip pinch. Oof. Which on this aluminum stuff you can actually smooth out pretty easily. But you just want to be careful. Hey Galaxy Elf, how's it going? It's like, hello? Hello. If I can keep this food down, I'm a happy fat panda. Ooh, steamed pot stickers? Oof. Kira says, my husband and I love camping so much. We went camping for a week up at Mount Baker for our honeymoon. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I'm of the inclination to be like, hey, we're still dating. Let's go on another honeymoon. Like, just keep going on the dope ass vacations. Okay, trying to get that sized up just a little bit more so that it matches. These things never come out perfectly symmetrical, and I guess that's kind of just life, but it really, oof. Maybe if I change its sides, I'll like it better. Okay, let's see elf. How's that doing? It looks kind of like it has cat ears. And I think I might do like a large labradorite in between. The loops are still too big. You can always trim off more, but it is difficult to add wire back on. I gripped too hard. Whoops. Looks like one of the Three Stooges. What? No. Maybe if they were beautiful jewelry. Okay. Oh, I like that better. There we go. But yeah, I'll do a large labradorite kind of wire wrapped onto there. And then maybe like a teardrop or something. Okay, so I'm going to do, what is that, 5 inches? And I'm actually going to work off the spool on this one. Well, thanks, Eve. My spool. Oof, and I'm actually going to stop working off the spool because it is just making lots of kinks in the wire that it's driving me absolutely bonkers. So, there. There we go. And one more. Get those kinks out. You alright, love? Yep. Sure it was. No, y'all know my houseplants would be wilting if I tooted. Pork broth ramen. Go, ain't it, Kathy? Keep showing me pop-ups. Oh, well, thanks, Nance. Is that Nance or Nancy? Oh, thank you, Cassandra. Oops. Coil, 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 coil. Oops. Don't want to mess up. And slide that back. There we go. Nancy just spelled different. Right on. Oh, I kind of want some ramen. Sounds pretty good.
You want some ramen?
Ooh, Julia says, finished my first heart-shaped pendant wire, and it sucks. Oh no! Time to try again. Julia, if I can make a recommendation to you, save that pendant, put it in like a box or something to where you can't see it, and keep wire wrapping for like a week or a month or even a year from now, and then come back to that box and open it up and see how far you have come. Because you only get to be new at wire wrapping for just a little while before you start to get better and better and better. And so cherish these first disastrous pieces, because I think I don't know. I hope that you can, look back on what you've made and be like, wow, oh my God, I've come so far. What up, baby?
I want some bomb-ass ramen
Stop
recipe.
it. Get out of here with your Djibouti. Djibouti dubs. She says, hun, we can hope. I just know that I'm really glad that I kept one of my very first wire wrapped dragon eyes, because it's a disaster. Yeah, Cassandra. Okay, yeah, and I do recommend that for everybody, or at least take a picture of it. But it's really nice to be able to hold it again, because sometimes you might not be able to recognize what you're doing well because you're so new at it. That just kind of, everything can be kind of overwhelming when you're just first new to wire wrapping or chainmail or painting or anything really. This is your first steps. Like, if you're not kind to yourself, sometimes who will be? So be kind to yourself. Be patient. Okay, coming to rough about the middle. Julia says at 62 it's new and I'm slow at this. That's awesome. I'm a huge advocate for continued education. It's just, I think it keeps the heart young. And to exercise that creativity, Okay. So I'm going to come in on the same side, maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit bigger. One mandrel size up from where we were. Doing that bend. Now I'm going to grip it and bend 90 degrees upward. And I'm going to grip it and bend upward. Because now we're going to come in here with a little bit more wire. And wrap those two pieces together. Excuse me. Hey, Wendy. Do you want to get some water going for ramen? Maru-chan.
You want some actual ramen?
What do you mean?
Or do you want like one of 100 different recipe
No,
ramen?
I don't want the dump pot ramen. I just want some ramen, Randy. Last night, reconnected, but last night Randy and I discovered Djibouti dubs, which is amazing. It's probably going to lower y'all's opinion of me as a human being that I enjoy it so much, because it is some lowbrow humor, but I really like it. The skillet one's my favorite. If y'all search Djibouti dubs and find the skillet. Okay, so I'm just wrapping as much as I can really around these a couple of times, and I'm going to try to hide the wire into the other wires. So if you have it weaving in the same direction, then it can kind of nestle down in between, because it's blurry. Snip, and some mush. Okay. So this is most definitely not the best wrap I've ever done, but that's fine. I'm going to bend it off into both directions. Oh no, Penny, it's sweet that you think I'm going to try to health this up, but I'm straight up going to have just plain salt lick ramen. Our house is dead empty of groceries right now, because we took everything to eat with us on the camping trip, and we're having some serious complications with the DMV trying to get tags for the car that we bought in Wisconsin. But Wisconsin is a title holding state, and they will not give us our tags without a title. And it's just absolutely infuriating. So our tags expired on the 4th, and so we are pretty much housebound because I'm not going to pay a ticket for driving on expired license plates. The dealership, though, has been amazing. The dealership up in Wisconsin, and they're helping us get it sorted, and they're sending us replacement paper tags or paper plates for the car. And they're like, if in a month you still haven't been able to get a copy of the title or the actual, they're just trying to get it sorted. So we think we're just going to shift around all of our debt plan and just, I guess, pay off the stinking car if we can. So that's what we're going to be having, a bunch of sales and stuff. So is to try to get that sorted so we can just get the freaking title and get tags so that we can drive our car and go get groceries. Damn V. So. Ooh, and I like to get my gallery wire from Amazon, is where I got this stuff. There's a link to it in the toolkit on our website under the wire wrapping toolkit page. Like you scroll all the way down to the bottom under other, and that's where you'll find that. I also like getting it from Etsy and Rio Grande. It has some great options. Oh, well, that's good to know. Michelle says, due to all the current craziness, they don't pull over for expired tags right now, at least in Michigan. The DMVs here in Missouri, at least in Carthage, are still open, so I'm not pushing my luck. I got a ticket the very first time I drove because our tags were expired, but like I don't even know how long, which is odd because we had just finished like a 6-week tour in other states vending, so super odd that we didn't get pulled over till I was the one driving. But rather not push it. Like Randy and I are not risk takers whenever it comes to stuff like that. Is it just me or does it look like ovaries and a uterus? Dang it. Cassandra says, I am new at this. I don't even think I am in the right chat room. No, you are. You're doing, I mean, I guess. Oh, really, Leaf? No, it's Randy and I are always like super careful to not break the law, except for the one time that we do, and then we get caught, and then they're like, I had to go to court and everything. And then I accidentally knocked over the judge's nameplate, and like, ugh. It's like an old Celtic fertility. Oh, right on. As long as it's subtle. I just see genitals everywhere. like that, but I don't know if it's going to be suitable for on the necklace, if that makes sense. The world is just a heap of genitals, right? Leaf Rose says, "Oh, out here in Wisconsin, it's just a ticket, and you usually get a warning first." It's, I had my paper license, like I didn't have my like license yet, because I'd literally gotten my license that day. They hadn't mailed my real license to me. So he pulled us over for having expired tags, but gave me a license for driving without, I don't know, whatever it's called. But then he wrote down my license number, and I was like, "How am I driving without a license if you wrote down my license number?" And it's like that. So I didn't have to pay anything, but I did have to go to court. Well, we had to pay for not having the tags, but but no, it was just frustrating and very nerve-wracking. Like, I've never gotten detention like in school or anything, and I try to not get in trouble with the law if I can help it. And just so it was, oh no, you're good, Cassandra. Here they weren't pulling anyone over because everything was closed. That'd be nice. No, it's they'll pull you over in a heartbeat. For one time, Randy got pulled over at 2 a.m. because a cop on an on-ramp almost ran him off the road. So Randy changed lanes without a blinker. And then he was like, "Well, I'm going to have to search your vehicle." And it had like all of our show crap in it. And I was just like, ugh. And, change of subject. It's stressing me out.
What did I walk into?
Right, Penny? Okay, so I think this is, let me see if I can get it to stick to my forehead again. And then we'll see if it works. Okay, there we go. All right. Getting the hair up out of the way. Boop.
Put some maple syrup on that ramen.
Why on earth would you put maple syrup on the ramen?
Because you put it in a bunk. The bunk cake.
Stop it. Help.
I think, bam!
We're gonna have to watch some Djibouti duet.
How many you want?
Just one packet of chicken ramen, if we have it.
Mm-hmm.
And can you hard boil an egg?
No, it's too much.
I'll fry an egg and plop it on top, I guess.
It's too much work.
Randy, what do you think of this? Oh, I think I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it? Yeah. And then these guys.
What about that? Go a little higher.
I can't see it in the camera though.
No.
Woo! It's falling. Ow, it's.
If only we had wire wrapped these things together.
Oh, that's actually kind of. I like that. I need to do wire wrapped glasses frames.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. Randy, you can't tell me how to live. You're not the boss of me. Meow. Ow. Okay. So, yes, definitely. We're going to have to do that right there. No, it's not going to stay. So just visualize with me that this little doodad is down there. Ah, that'll be so cool. Okay. So we're going to have to do this, you guys. Oh, I'm going to have to make some great big honking horns. Eee! Okay.
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
That's when you're ramen.
To the ramen?
No.
Okay, I gotta let you guys go. I got ramen coming. I gotta fry an egg. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Leave a comment down below after the stream for next week's live stream, and have your comment, if you want, be something that's a yes or like I can answer yes or no to, and I'll see if I can like answer those over in my vlog or maybe in next week's stream or something. I think that might be a lot of fun. Oh no, Penny, you just missed our stream. But thank you so much, you guys, and I've had a lot of fun today. I look forward to seeing y'all in our Saturday exclusive stream starting at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and seeing y'all in our Sunday premiere. So be sure to sign up for our newsletter. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter And that way you can get notified about our premieres on Sunday, which is kind of like having, well, it is having a pre-recorded video, just a regular tutorial, but we get the live chat like in a live stream. And I usually come in about half an hour early before the stream starts. Like the video usually starts at noon, but I start hanging out at around 11:30, and so you can just like kind of shoot the wind and hang out. So until then, y'all, happy crafting. Bye.